having a coffee with me today.
Hi Joe, you alright?
I'm good, thanks, I'm good. I'm glad you've worn the new trousers
Yeah.
for today. Well, they're not new actually, are they?
No, not new, but especially for the interview.
What happened the first time you wore these trousers?
I spent the day getting abused by everyone in the company, so obviously a hit.
Yeah.
Obviously a hit.
Very important to me that people come to work in whatever way they'd like to, so I'm glad you brought the trousers back.
There we go.
I think they're working for you. So, you go to the gym every day, is that right?
I exercise every day, yeah.
Okay.
I don't go to the gym every day, but I exercise every day.
What's in the exercise regime?
At the moment, I just came back from a week away where I was eating loads of rubbish food, so I've been doing lots of cardio and interval training.
Okay.
Very boring, but it's the only thing that keeps me feeling relatively youthful.
Okay. And does it do more than that? The reason I'm asking is tomorrow is National Mental Health Awareness Day.
Yep.
And do you exercise for your mental well-being as well as your physical?
Yeah, definitely. I think for me it's really important to have something that kind of separates your day from your evening.
Yep.
And I feel like, especially in the jobs that we do and the work that we do, it's quite intense. We're always really busy, we're moving from one meeting to the next. And I find that if I don't have something that kind of physically wears me out, then I feel quite mentally tired at the end of the day, but not physically tired, if that makes sense.
Okay.
So I just need something to kind of offset and to get me away from emails, to get me away from my phone, where I've just got an hour completely to myself.
So tell me something then that you really love about your job or love about your job.
What do I love about my job? Well, I've been here for 10, nearly 11 years, so
well done.
Obviously, yeah, it's a fair old innings, so I obviously love something about it. I'd probably say, if I'm totally honest, it's the people that I work with. So there's probably going to come on to a bit of this, but from sort of training and everything that I did, I never actually realised that I'm quite an amiable people person, and that's kind of really started to come out in the last couple of years in the roles that I've done.
Really like you.
And it turns out that I would like to say I'm relatively okay in that space.
Yep.
So it's generally the people that I work with, the fact that I get to do something different most days. I'm in a lucky enough position now where I'm part of the management board and I get the opportunity to go and work on projects that are completely unrelated to my day-to-day. So I feel that I'm always doing something different, I'm always busy. It's not just rooted in kind of my day-to-day job. Momentum, for those who don't know, it's a handful of people from across the network are selected to go on a management and leadership training program where you get to go to a different market to learn a different module. It's all about kind of learning how to be a more effective leader, but also about kind of how to building your network with other offices, so bringing us all closer together. For me, the biggest thing that I learned was about allowing yourself to get outside of your comfort zone and doing things that you know, like this interview, being totally honest, things that you genuinely don't enjoy doing. Actually saying yes and doing those things because you do genuinely come out as a much more rounded person at the end of it. And I think that's kind of what I took out of it most. It was just throwing yourself into it, going at it at 110, giving it 110%, because then the reward is far greater than the embarrassment you feel when you're doing a role play or do you know what I mean?
Yeah, definitely.
So as part of the agency transformation plan, we've broken it into 3 distinct pillars, and the first pillar being all around people. And that's one, as I said, that I'm really passionate about. I think we've got some absolutely brilliant people in the building, and I think if you could kind of strip it back, the mantra for our work stream is about finding and retaining the best talent. It's as simple as that. So what do we do when we go out in the market to find brilliant people? And then once we've got brilliant people, what do we do as an agency to keep them here, to keep them motivated and keep them within these 4 walls? At the moment, these last few weeks, I've been building out kind of a new welcome to Mindshare deck and morning. So for every new joiner that comes in, we're looking at kind of the first message that they see when they come into the agency, who tells them that message, and how we then tie that together with everything else that they're doing. Intros to all the relevant departments. We're looking at kind of job specs, how we market our roles in a better and more inspirational way. We're looking at kind of new joiner packs, what we send new joiners once they've signed a contract. We're looking at kind of recruitment training, so how we can make our people better recruiters so that we can go and get the right character fits for the agency, not necessarily the right characters for a given role. So we're kind of thinking bigger than roles and departments.
Yeah.
What else are we working on? There's so much stuff. We're looking at automating onboarding packs.
Yep.
So when you join my team or when you join one of the other teams, you get the exact same kind of care and attention and process about your onboarding. So there's absolutely loads of stuff, and it's one of those sort of things when you scratch behind the surface about kind of recruiting and retaining the best talent.
Yeah.
There's so much that we can do.
So what do you think is most important to people now about I guess the softer side of their job, or what is it that makes people want to stay in a company?
I think for me, if you take the really easy things out of it, so most people will say, I want more money. We know everyone wants more money. But I think it's quite simple. It comes down to progression and opportunity. And that for me is why I've stayed at Mindshare for 10 plus years, is because I've always been in a position where I'm either pushing on to the next level or I'm working on something that's really interesting and exciting to me, so I feel like I'm growing. Because I wouldn't have stayed here for 10 years if I was still an account manager, let's be honest. So
Yeah. Brilliant. Thanks so much, Dan.
That's all right.